Let's talk about Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch. There is a concept within the 1-inch punch that, if you remember, will make you more effective and powerful in everything you do to get the goal that you want. So with the 1-inch punch, most people just use their arm, maybe a little bit of their shoulder when they punch. The 1-inch punch, you're using all of your intention, all of your body's weight, from your shoulder, your wrist, your arm, your tricep, your hip, your foot, everything goes into it with full force. Now, everything you do, if you put your full intention, energy, and power into it, then you're like a fire hose. You'll knock things out of the way. You'll blow obstacles out of the way. You'll knock down your opponents. So let's go ahead and demonstrate the 1-inch punch. Now here, most folks again are regular punch. See, punching. By the way, punching comes from the tricep. However, the 1-inch punch is much more powerful. We turn the wrist, we get the full force of the arm, the tricep, the shoulder, and the toe. This is essential, the foot, because we're turning the hip and the whole body into it. The whole body into it. So it's not just this. It's not just arm power. It's your entire body and all your energy and force and drawing up that force from the earth, and it's like an energetic tidal wave. So the 1-inch punch is like so. The 1-inch punch. Now one guy commented, he said, "Scott, in that video I could see it was more than 1 inch." Well, of course it was, because when I do 1 inch, you can't even see it. So I pulled it back a few inches to be able to demonstrate the mechanics. And the mechanics, the alignment, are all congruent, it's all powerful, and it just plain works. But the bottom line is, when I'm doing it just like this, you can't even see it. It looks like I'm touching it. But I want you to have that same dynamic power in everything you do. Imagine having the dynamic intention and power and mechanics of Bruce Lee. Think about what he accomplished in his short lifespan. Well, I can do more damage or empowerment, damage in a good way too, not just damaging my opponent, but damage on the obstacles to my goals. I can do more in 1 inch than most men can do in 10 miles. And I want to show you the same concepts, mechanics, strategies, and tactics. It's all in the Ultimate Jeet Kune Do course for you. So listen, here's the deal, my friends. Up through Thanksgiving, you can get the course for over $100 off. We've made it as cheap as possible. Plus, we've added over $1,000 in free bonus, as much as we could get away with giving you. This is the deal of a lifetime. We want this powerful information out there, empowering people like never before. It's the time to be a warrior. So I encourage you to order now. You're going to just love this course. Now, right now, you're going to see just a few techniques from the course that I'm willing to show you publicly. But as powerful as these are, just imagine how much more powerful the private material in the entire course is that you get. So have a pen and paper ready, check this out, and then be sure and order. And I will see you on the other side. So let's say we met arm to arm, we met in combat here, and I jerk down, and then I can come in from here, headbutt, knee, elbow, okay? Or whatever I want to do. I always stay in control. So Jutsu, again, come in with a strike on this side, jerk down. Now from here, I can go to Lapsao, I can go to grab. So I took Jutsu to Lapsao and then across. Coming across, again he's right open for a groin kick, for a snap kick. Let's show it from this side. So again, we meet here, he throws a punch at me, I'm here, I Jutsu there, then I come to Lapsao, which is grabbing, kicking the balls, strike to the face. Okay? So basically you just got those three famous sticky hands, if you will. The famous Paksao, which is a slapping hand, the Lapsao, which is the grabbing hand, and then the Jutsu, which is the jerking motion hand. Those are the Wing Chun core fundamentals of sticky hands in the Jeet Kune Do. Now we are covering all ranges of fighting, hitting, kicking, trapping, okay? Grappling we'll cover later in the next DVD, but right now I want to talk to you about what's known as the clinch range. It's another trapping range. If you come over here, please. This is the clinch right here, okay? Now, from the clinch, you can headbutt, you can knee, and you have a lot of control. When you control the head or the neck, you control the body. Now, from the clinch right here, a favorite thing of mine is to knee. So go ahead and grab the pad real quick. And remember, like we talked about earlier, you don't necessarily come in with a plan. You don't want to do that because fights never go according to plan. It's like chess, you think, oh, this will be my opening move. Not quite so like that in a fight. Anything can happen because your opponent is resisting you. He's active, okay? He's not static. And that's why Bruce talked about dealing with reality and dealing with what is, as opposed to being a mechanical man and trapped into classical forms and things like that. You go in with a fighting plan like that, you get your ass kicked by a street fighter. Bruce recognized that because he had street fighting experience. So when we find ourselves in the clinch. It isn't a plan like you look from far away, okay, I'm going to take him in the clinch, but it happens incidentally or accidentally, and you find yourself in the clinch zone. Now from here you can headbutt. Now when you headbutt someone, what does their body usually do? Well, their head can usually fly back a little, like, tilt back, because they're going against the pain. It's the same thing. If I punch this guy, his head's going to tilt back. If I headbutt him, his head tilts back. Now when that tilts back, what tends to be more exposed? The groin. So from a headbutt, I can knee here. See? So the clinch is great for that. And when you do the clinch also, you're not out here like this. Go ahead and pull back. Pull back. See what happens? See? So what I want to do is control him by driving my elbow in, cupping my hands and driving my elbow like so. Now, let's go ahead and take this away here for a minute. Now I have control, and I can basically do the steering wheel, which I can take him anywhere I want to take him. I can turn him around like a car, whatever I need to do. And from here in the clinch, of course, I can also take him down just like so. And from here, bam, 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 or And that's a great place for your attacker to be. Him on the ground and you standing up.